coming your way. Our next bout, more middleweights. It's a middleweight kind of night here. We get a look at Gerald McClellan, an undefeated middleweight, taking on John Gordon. It'll be a 6-rounder. Still to come, though, our other co-main event. Milt McClory, of course, Joaquin Velasquez. Through the table tape we go as we look at John Gordon. He's coming out of Greenville, South Carolina, age 26, a nice reach, and weighing in tonight at 160 pounds. He'll be taking on an undefeated middleweight by the name of Gerald McClellan. As we can look at Gerald, he comes in tonight an even 6 foot, weighing 160, and his reach will be 75 inches. Gerald McClellan. And more Kronk, we might add, our second Kronk fighter tonight.
And another Kronk middleweight.
Let's check in with Wally Jackson for the official intro.
This is 6 rounds in the middleweight division. Our referee is Mr. Dale Garabo. Introducing first in the blue corner. He weighed in at 159 pounds. As a professional, he has 5 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, with 4 of the victories coming by knockout. From Greenville, South Carolina, here is John Gordon. Gordon and his opponent in the red corner weighed in a solid 160. He is undefeated, 4 wins with 4 knockouts. From the Motor City of Detroit, I give you Gerald McClellan.
Another talented fighter from the Kronk stable.
McClellan is with Emmanuel Stewart.
You must, could you imagine, Harold, what it is to spar in the Kronk, in the middleweight?
Not at 160 pounds.
We just saw Fabian Williams, this young man, and I'm sure occasionally they'll throw Tony Robinson up there. Maybe it might drop down Michael Moore. So sparring at Kronk could be a long day at the office.
And don't forget Mike Tinley.
Official attendance tonight, 7,364. Another good crowd here. As we get underway with the 6-rounder, these are middleweights. John Gordon, who looks like he's about 35, a very mature-looking man from Greenville, South Carolina, bringing in a pro record of 5-3-1, and big Gerald McClellan, another member of the Kronk stable, coming in undefeated at 4-0. He is 25 years old.
McClellan was originally from Milwaukee. I know he has at least 3 first-round knockouts, but he never fought anybody of note. He's never been in his tough. On the other hand, John Gordon was giving Steve Darnell a tough fight before Darnell stopped him on cuts.
Interesting, the big right hand already landed by McClellan, and he's probably looking for another quick knockout. Another right landed, and I'll tell you, Gordon is wide open, especially the way he carries that left hand.
John Gordon's an awfully big middleweight.
McClellan looks like he has one intent, and that is to knock people out. I don't think he's here to have a long night of it. Both men trying to establish a jab, but so far it's been a couple big right hands landed by McClellan has done the difference.
I was going to say, Hugh, I think Gordon's making a mistake by backing up on McClellan.
Left jab sticking out there, McClellan, and now another big right hand just barely misses, and that's the right that does land. And looks like McClellan looks like he wants to finish up shop here. I think I might stand corrected. McClellan is 21 years old. I think I said he was 25. And already the 21-year-old is taking it to the older 26-year-old counterpart. John Gordon in big trouble here. Round number 1 of 6. Middleweight mania here tonight at the Palace. Gordon trying to fight off the ropes, and we might add not too effectively, as McClellan looks to load up on that big right hand, and so far he has.
You're 100% correct. McClellan is definitely loading up with that right hand. As a matter of fact, he's got that right hand out too far. He's leaving himself wide open.
But does Gordon have the technique, the talent to even take advantage of it this far? No. He certainly looks strong enough to hang with him. But
oh yeah, he's a much bigger man. There's no question about that. He does look strong, but he's taking a pounding from McClellan. 30
seconds to go in round number 1 already. Gerald McClellan is a left hook, just rocks John Gordon, bounces off the ropes, and those ropes are loose.
They really should do something about those ropes. They're much too loose.
Everything landing now for Gerald McClellan, who's had a big round number 1 and John Gordon might want to head back to South Carolina. Big round for the man from the Kronk stable, Gerald McClellan, who brings a 4-0 slate in here, 87 National American Boxing Federation champion. Says his best shot is a left hook, and we saw both of his big shots. A big right stunned Gordon early in the round, and then it was a left which sent him against the ropes. Here is a big shot right there, the right nailing Gordon on the jaw and following it up with another right. He couldn't finish him up as John Gordon would hold on. And then here's the action late. He'll come up the left hook and rocks Gordon back to the ropes. And looks how those ropes are so loose. Not a good thing. He says he admires Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns, does Gerald McClellan. And it looks like there is a tremendous amount of talent at 160 pounds, at least here in Detroit, Michigan.
Maybe McClellan will fight the winner of Hearns Leonard.
I get a feeling if those two gentlemen ever fight, that could be the end of both their careers. Not because too much damage. I think they'll make so much money they could call it quits.
I think there's more pride involved in a fight than money.
But certainly a nice payday would sue the loser. We can say that. Gerald McClellan and John Gordon, round number 2, a 6-round middleweight bout. McClellan looked like he comes out a little more determined to establish something, and we emphasize something. We don't know what. So far it's been McClellan keeping that right hand out there, loading it up and nailing it pretty much at will. I think Manny would like to see a little more, a few more jabs and a couple more just setups by his young fighter.
Gerald McClellan certainly isn't showing us much defense. He's got his hands down low.
Yeah.
He's showing no respect for John Gordon at all.
And he'll pay for that in future bouts, too.
Without question. I mean, he certainly has to keep his hands in, his elbows in tight.
There. The big left hook, and bounce off the mat goes John Gordon. He's up quickly, though. But McClellan has got about 2 more minutes now to wrap his night of work up.
How much more of this can John Gordon take? I started to say Gerald McClellan certainly should keep his elbows in a little bit tighter and his hands held a little bit higher.
Another big right rocks John Gordon, and now McClellan going to town trying to just get him out of there.
And referee Grable is very, very close to stopping this fight.
Gordon, another right, and that'll do it. It looks like
that's it.
Dale Grable will stop the bout about a minute and a half into round number 2. Gerald McClellan continues his KOs. Hey, the crowd loves this kid. Big knockout. 145 of round number 2. A big right hand, and John Gordon will head back to South Carolina. Gerald McClellan goes to 5-0 with 5 KOs. And the man you're looking at right there, John Gordon, heads back to Greenville, South Carolina, 5-4-1 with 4 knockouts. So let's check into that first knockdown here in round number 2. A big left, a thunderous left, and Gordon got up very quickly, though. We thought, who knows what he could do the rest of this round. Here is the second round, as you see Dale Grable checking out very closely. Some infighting, and finally a right will be coming up right here. Boom, right on the chin, and down he goes, and down he went, and that's all she wrote. And up to Wally Jackson for the official time of knockout number 5 for Gerald McClellan. As we'll check out one more time, as we said, for the West Coast fans. They might miss the first 2. Things a little slower out there, and a big right. Down goes John Gordon. Up to Wally for the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute, 45 seconds of the second round. Referee stops contest. The winner by TKO and still undefeated, Gerald McClellan.
A nice night of work for that young man, Gerald McClellan, age 21, a middleweight, now 5-0. We got more boxing here. Fight night at the Palace will continue. Our next bout is a 4-round junior welterweight.